Okay, people, I have 9 o'clock. I call this Sawyer County Public Safety Committee meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Ron Buckholz,
Present.
Mark Helwig, Jeff Haney, Marshall Savitsky, Jim Evans. You have a quorum.
Okay, Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, a certification of compliance with open meetings law, Madam Clerk.
This meeting was noticed to the media and public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Okay, number 6, the meeting agenda is set. Number 7, public comment. Anyone wishing to speak to the committee on something that is not on the agenda? Nobody online? Okay. Number 8, consider approval of minutes from the previous meeting. I just got one question before we do that. Sorry, Mr. Evans. Mike, in the minutes, we have the old or the newer price of what GenCom said on the tower, but it's not that anymore. Is that gonna hurt anything because it's different? You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Chairman, these are the minutes from that meeting. So these are the facts that were on that date. As of this time, these were the
Okay.
facts. Then it changed later in the week, and that's reflected in another committee.
Okay, all right, I just want to make sure. All right, go ahead, Mr.
I'll
Evans.
make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Evans and a second by Mr. Haney to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. Any discussion? Not? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Number 8, Clerk of Courts, Marge.
As you can see by my report, I have made note that my civil small claims clerk is out on maternity leave, the 12-week FMLA leave. With that, and being short my criminal clerks, I have 3 left in my office. We are covering all of the caseload, including register and probate. We have no one else to fall back on, except, I must say, I want to give props to Christy Kerr, Judge Yackel's judicial assistant. She has agreed to come in and help us with some of our civil cases and clerk them, because on July 14th, we have 3 courtrooms running, one of which is a day 2 of a 5-day high-profile jury trial and a full criminal court day. She has agreed to clerk with Judge Yackel in our small courtroom for our civil stuff. And she has agreed to come in and run the DAR, the digital audio recorder, for us when our family court commissioner comes in, because it takes 2 clerks. One needs to run DAR and one has to clerk and run Zoom. I don't have enough people to cover all that and keep our windows open. With that, morale is kind of,
You okay?
I'm good.
All right.
Morale is low from a team. We're getting burned out.
Hey,
I do have a new person coming in, but not till July 27th for criminal. It'd be nice if we could get someone in on an interim basis to assist with the civil small claims. To be honest with you, I don't believe that my civil small claims clerk is coming back.
okay.
Every time I asked her if she's coming back, I get, I don't know, we'll see. I take that as a no. And if I didn't have to go back to work when I had my babies, I wouldn't have.
Right.
I hold nothing against her. But we need some help. And my team needs to be seen.
Okay. All right, anybody have any questions for her? I do. Mike, ain't there something that we can do to help that out? If there's 3 people short, or not 3 people, but they're short in that office, and all the other ones are getting burned out, we don't want them to they might say, the heck with it, up and quit. Ain't there something that we can do to help them out?
Well, we've been trying. We've had a vacancy for, what is it, 2 months now?
Well, it's more than that.
Yeah.
Because that individual was out also on medical leave, so basically it's been 6 months.
Yeah, and we've been trying to fill it. We've had a couple that we thought we had, and then it didn't work out in the end. We've got another one, but like she said, she's not starting till the end of the month, so we've been just in a little bit of a pickle.
Sooner?
I would imagine the person has to give notice.
July 27th is the
Yeah.
start date for our criminal clerk. That's a month away.
Yeah,
we
but
have
I
a
mean,
5-day
is there any way
high
that
profile trial.
that person can start earlier?
I don't think so. They have to give their notice for the
Okay,
present.
all right.
There
So-
is another individual that I interviewed when I interviewed the person coming in for criminal, and I was torn which one I wanted to hire. I chose our local girl. But the other one, I would like to bring in on an interim basis to train in the civil small claims, and then if and when my civil small claims clerk says, I'm not coming back, I can slide this one right into them there because they will already be trained. We won't have to go through the whole interview or application interview process. Because if we keep going the way we're going, my office, I'm going to have to withdraw as being the register and probate. Then the county will now have to take and appoint a new register and probate, pay their, all of their a full-time wage, benefits, et
Benefits.
cetera, find an office for them, et cetera. I don't want to have to do that, but I got to give the 3 I got some relief. And as it is, I have a vacation in August. I'm probably not going.
Mike, is there any way that we can do that? That one that was interviewed and bring her in or him in?
We
as an
certainly can
interim?
look at
And-
that.
Because if this other woman doesn't come back, well, this person's already in there doing that job, can be, like Marge says, can be slid right over into that position. There's gotta be money for that, ain't there?
Well, yeah, because there's a position that isn't filled right now and hasn't been for a while. So there's the money. How long would it take to get someone to be able to do the job?
To get this, to reach out to this person and get him to come in?
Well, how long does it take to train before it would actually be a help, is my question.
The civil small claim, I have really pushed for written procedures. So if someone is out, I can pull up their procedures and I can do their job. So it would take a matter of a couple weeks, and then they could rely on those procedures to help them along the way. Plus, we have each other in the office. We've been trying really hard to cross-train on a lot of stuff. And that's exhausting in and of itself, because there's different factors for each case type.
Well, we
But
can,
anything
we
would
can
help.
talk about that after the meeting then.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Marge, you got anything else?
No, thank you.
You guys got any questions for Marge? All right, thank you, Marge. All right, the next one. Sheriff's Department.
I'll
Go ahead, Sheriff.
start off, just want to mention that we had 2 support staff positions that we recently filled, our front receptionist and our sheriff's secretary position were both vacant, and we have somebody in there currently in training. Both seem to be doing very well. They started this week. So we're moving forward with that and excited to have them on board. Additionally, last Saturday, the 27th in the afternoon, dispatch received a call of some injuries from a gunshot, and after further investigation, it was also learned that there was a death investigation involved, and that's being investigated, and indications are it's a homicide. So the LCO Police Department has taken the lead on it, on the case, and we're doing everything we can to assist them.
Okay, good deal. I got just one quick question. What's going on with the scooter guy who was riding around in his birthday suit away from you guys? There was no clothes on.
I don't think there's any
No updates on that or anything?
violations of,
Yeah, correct. There's no violations there. There was some mental health issues that they're looking into. He did survive. He is
He did.
looking at
Okay,
being placed back into the home.
Okay, all right, thank you. I just haven't heard nothing for a while on it, and I was just wondering if it's finding out anything. All right, thank you. And now, patrol report, Lieutenant?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You can see that our patrol volume has been pretty steady for the past 3 months. We had 714 calls for service in June, and our trend shows 723 in May and 778 in April. It's also an increase from where we were at last year, where we had 684 calls for service. For the reporting period, our deputies have issued 28 citations for traffic, 36 written warnings, no non-traffic citations, and for community maps, there have been 15 total crashes, 2 with personal injuries, and no additional fatalities in the reporting period. During the past several weeks, last of our 2026 squads have arrived for upfitting. We did do a little remodel on the back for the graphics to allow better recognition while they're out on patrol. Our rec deputy, Charles Logan, along with our Wisconsin DNR partners, assisted with the Winter Area Lakes Kids Fishing Day. They were down there helping kids learn the joys of fishing and helping them appreciate the angling sport. We did handle the 2026 Muskie Festival along with our partners with the City of Hayward. Both annual events drew a large number of people to the area and allow us to engage in high visibility presence. And work continues in preparation of our 2026 National Night Out, which Director Rupczynski may talk about. Our K-9 deputy, Dennis Nelson, and EMCOM Director Nicole Rupczynski have been meeting with the staff at Tamarack detailing the final agenda. The event will take place again at the Hayward Intermediate School on Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. We're looking for another good turnout again. That
Okay.
concludes my report.
All right, thanks, Lieutenant. Anybody have any questions for him? Nope. All right, number B, jail report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The June 2026 jail report has an average daily population total of 59, 15 being female, 44 being males. Average probation incarceration was 35. The average pre-sentence incarceration was 18. Average sentence incarceration was 6. We currently have 1 on electric monitor, and the total population at the time of this report was 60. The unemployment rate at the time of booking is 68%. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? All right, number C, communications report, Director Rupczynski.
Morning, thank you. We did hire 2 new part-time dispatchers who have begun their training. They're about 2 and 3 weeks in, and they're both progressing very well. Radio projects are moving forward, and we are going to be getting our new dispatch and jail radio consoles in the centers installed soon. Those were purchased on a grant in 2024. The Next Gen 911 grants for 2025 have been submitted for reimbursement, and as Lieutenant Rupczynski stated, we're kicking off our summer festivals, which are keeping our communication centers busy. We had Muskie Fest, we have 4th of July this weekend, the Lumberjack, Honor the Earth, Sawyer County Back the Blue, National Night Out, Cops and Bobbers, Sawyer County Fair, all between now and the middle of August. For June 2026, we have 1,681 calls for service in the county, with a total year-to-date of 8,053. Our 911 lines have received 569 calls in the month of June, a difference of about 10 calls since 2025. Our administrative non-emergency line took about 2,880 calls, which is a little bit down from 3,303 as of last year. Year-to-date, our communication center has received 17,966 calls. Emergency management, like Lieutenant said, working with Tamarack Health and K-9 Deputy Nelson for the National Night Out. We did test out a free trial of Barron ThreatNet for weather data, which is a platform that receives real-time weather data. In theory, it's a great program for a desktop computer. However, they sold it for a phone, being able to use on your phone while you're out and about. Did not pan out so well over Muskie Fest weekend. And I began working with Pano 360 so we were able to receive real-time potential wildfire notifications. There's 3 different wildfire cameras in and around the county, which see the north, southwest, and east side of Sawyer County. So if wildfires pop off, it triangulates basically a smokestack and sends dispatch real-time notifications of fires. So that's all I have.
Okay, all right, thank you. Any questions? Okay, all right, thank you. Next one is number 11, radio tower updates. Mike?
Thank you. Work is progressing well on that. We're still meeting every other week through the ad hoc committee, we are working with the TGB on getting access to the WOJB tower. That's going well. We had a good meeting a couple weeks ago. The director from the radio station was there, very knowledgeable gentleman, and he talked a lot about that we've already known about the new structure requirements as far as ice load and things like that. And he's doing some testing. He was actually going to training, I think, last week. And then he's coming back. They're going to do some testing on the loads on the tower itself. They are deciding if they want to try to revamp that tower, which I believe was built in 1979, or put up a new one, or potentially a second one, either replace it or additional one. So we're still working on that. We do have a backup plan for that. In the meantime, if they decide to go a building route or even a remodel, would take some time too. Beyond that, we, at this meeting a month ago, had some bad news on the Meadowbrook Tower. We were able to work with GenCom to get that additional cost down to under $40,000, which is just the cost of bringing the electrical service in there. And that we can handle out of contingency, so we didn't have to do anything with that. That's all I've got, unless any of you have anything to add.
Yeah, so just an update on that, Mike, though, on the Meadowbrook Tower. Everything's a go with that. It passed at the last zoning, so I guess everything's a go. So.
And GenCom had been doing preliminary work on that, so that we wouldn't be delayed
Yeah.
if and when it was approved at zoning, so we're not losing any time there.
Okay. All right, number 12, code enforcement. Chaz?
Thank you. So as of this report in June, the revenue for animal control was higher compared to last month. We did have to do a dog bite quarantine in the pound because we had a bite call and dog unfortunately wasn't up to date on its rabies. So we had to do the quarantine in our pound. So we got reimbursed for the vet visits and everything like that. As far as admissions to the pound, they were pretty low with 4, which is good. 1 being that bite quarantine, 1 reclaimed by owner, and then 2 were turned over to the shelter. As far as call volume, we had a lot of other calls, mainly being a lot of lost dogs last month, most of which were found pretty quickly. Overall, the call volume was pretty similar to all the previous months this year. As far as code enforcement with public health, we did have 3 TRH or rental property complaints for the month. They were all investigated and taken care of and are now closed. 1 was a parking issue, 1 was over occupancy and a noise disturbance for 1 property. And another one, we were informed of some bats being within the property. For human health hazard complaints, we did have 1 new one in June, which was investigated and resolved. But there's still 1 that we have been ongoing since end of May. So that one's still ongoing as of currently. That is all I got.
All right, thank you. Any questions? All right, thanks, Chad. Number 13, child support. Anyone here? How come you don't show up anymore? It's nice that they give a report, but we'd like to have them in person if they can all get here. So you guys read the report from child support? Any questions with it? If not, we're gonna go on to number 14, emergency services, Mr. Fremmel.
Hello, good morning, everybody. So, first I'm gonna lead off. I'm gonna introduce you guys to Miranda. I know you've heard her name, but that's my helper. She's been keeping me in line, keeping all the numbers correct.
Well, you need it.
Yep. She's taken over doing a lot of the scheduling. She keeps track of our billing. She also works on public relations, make sure that we get everything covered for events and things going around the community. Her family's been a long time members here, so they've been really helpful with us. for as far as getting things out for the ambulance and letting them know what we do. So I'm very impressed with her, and I'm very glad that we hired her. She was a very good fit for us.
Yeah, I know Miranda and I know her parents, so.
Oh, good.
I wasn't sure that was her sitting there at first because it's been a while since I seen her, so.
Yeah, and she's also the person that you will go to get the county vehicle, as Mike said in the last meeting. She's helping Cindy out with the county vehicles, so.
Yeah, I went through all that too here to try to catch up with one of them county vehicles, up, down, up, down. I didn't know you changed it, so.
Awesome.
Go ahead, John, sorry.
But as you can see, I mean, if you guys got any questions on the actual numbers or anything, you can let me know. I mean, obviously, we were busier this year than we've been in a very long time. However, you know, when we first started about 3 or 4 years ago with building the EMRs and the EMTs because we were so short-staffed, it's actually bearing fruit. Now I'm having the opposite problem of too many EMTs, but we're working on supporting them still, getting people on as part-time, getting trained up, working with the EMR programs throughout the county with the townships. It's working very well, very
Good.
well. And
Good.
LCO is actually, they were the first tribal college to hold a national registry for EMTs in Wisconsin. So that was awesome when the EMTs graduated. And now they're putting on an advanced class for EMTs coming up in September. So they're growing their EMS service, and they got some pretty high level instructors. So they brought in a lot of experience. And then they've asked me to come in and fill in whenever they need me, so. Other than that, if you guys have any questions,
I do.
go ahead.
I was looking at the ambulance run times,
Yep,
like Weirgor is 20 minutes and what is that, 5 something? And Spider Lake 22.96 and Hunter 21.69.
yep. So
That's quite a long time, ain't it?
Yeah, it is, and what ends up happening is like, the numbers get extended out there when we get more than one call. We are covering like a second crew with part-timers, but if there's no part-timers that want to fill those shifts, sometimes we're just, like today we're just down to one in Hayward, so like we only have one crew in Hayward today. And then, you know, normal department issues like sick calls and, like I got somebody out on, they got injured, so they're gonna be out for a little bit. It would be easier to fill, but these new people that I'm talking about are in orientation, and we're not gonna be throwing them like, hey, you're gonna cover a shift, but you've never worked here, no. You know, the minimum requirement is 129 hours of observation, and I require 160. So, and we're building the structure that'll lead us to, so we can expand if we need to. So I just want to keep everything in line and in order, so if I need to do something, that it's not a big ask, it's just it's like, yeah, we can do this and this is how we can do it. So, but that's the main reason why the numbers are higher,
All right.
so.
The next thing, I see there was a few calls for EMS or the ambulance in Edgewater. Did that go okay with even Washburn? Were they in there? I mean,
Yeah,
no.
so us and Birchwood have been working really, really well together. There was a really bad accident down there, and our crews actually blended together like we've worked together for a long time. Matter of fact, the medic that was down there forgot that she was actually with another service working with her because they were just working so seamlessly.
Yeah.
So that was awesome, and we keep building together. It's hard to get a hold of like Glidden ambulance. They're really small, and you know, they're a volunteer, not many calls, but I'm still working on getting with them, but we've intercepted with them, had really good rapport. We've mutual aided for a lot of different services, and we've actually had to have mutual aid come in for us when we've gotten slammed, so.
Okay, good deal.
Things,
Glad to hear
yeah,
that, John.
It's going really good that way right now.
Good. You guys have any questions for Mr. Fremmel? Okay. All right, number 15, Criminal Justice Coordinating Council, Mike.
Thank you. Committee met almost a month ago now. We heard a presentation from Oralee Carroll. She is from Northwood Tech. She works with jail population about 10 hours a week, which I didn't know we did. It's pretty awesome. She worked with HSED and GED programming. She's got 18 people that completed HSED this year alone, completed the coursework and then took the test. She works with the inmates to develop SMART goals, for their life after getting released, and connects them to post-secondary education opportunities. Welding is one of the biggest ones. This is a grant-funded program through the state, and since they've put this into place, there's been a 47% reduction in recidivism within the statewide jail system.
Good.
So that's great news.
Yes.
Both Judge Isom and Judge Smith stated that the county's programming and focus on youth diversion is really paying dividends. They've noticed that the kids in court are acting a lot more respectful and listening, and they're carrying through with what's asked of them. So that's another thing we're hoping to see dividends down the road, and we are already. And then the last thing I'd report on is Dave Dixon gave a report on Timber Bay. In the programming they do there, they have about 18 youth involved in the program, and on any given Wednesday, which is when they meet, they have 8 or 9 or 10 kids there. So another positive thing for the area. That ends my report.
Okay, great, thanks. Anybody have any questions for Mike? Okay, number 16, board-appointed committee updates. Anybody have anything? Pretty quiet over there today, Mr. Savitsky. Okay, number 17, correspondence reports from conferences and meetings. Number 17, I just did that. Number 18, future agenda items. Anything you guys want to see on the agenda for next month? Let's just keep the towers on there, Liz, okay? All right, number 19, excuse me. Finalization of business, we have no documents or nothing that we need to sign before the end of this committee meeting. The next meeting date is August 6th at 9 o'clock. We have no more questions, no more business. I want to welcome Miranda and then the Sheriff's Department and Mr. Savitsky's department to have a safe 4th of July weekend out there. So, all right, we are adjourned.